Before I start this video out, I just want to say rest in peace to all the victims of gun violence that died over the weekend in those two massacres in Dayton, Ohio and in El Paso, Texas. I'll get back to that towards the end of the video because I got a long rant about that. But getting into some Savannah news that happened today on August the 6th, police are investigating a fatal shooting that took place in the parking lot of Homewood Suites in downtown Savannah. According to the Savannah Police Department, around 12:15 p.m., officers responded to the 600 block of River Street where they found an adult male deceased. It appears that the victim was shot in the parking lot of the hotel. At this time, we don't know too much about the victim or the person that the police have detained, because what they're saying is that whoever was nearby, there was some construction workers in that area and they see somebody running from that area and they just tackled the person. And now police are in the questioning stage right now to see if that was the person that was connected to the shooting or was it just a random person that just ran across. But they don't have anybody actively arrested for it. They have somebody detained, but they don't have anybody arrested for it as of right now. So any of the updates about this case, I'll let you know as well. But it just seems really odd. I don't think I've ever covered a homicide in that on River Street at all. You know, River Street is one of the most busiest places in Savannah, River Street and Bay Street, really. So you wouldn't think that somebody would commit a shooting in that area. And also what I want to say is I did a video, the last video I did about the 20-year-old that died on July the 26th, Ralph Reynolds. There's a few pieces of information that I didn't get until after I did that video. But what I was reading was that after when Mr. Reynolds was shot outside of the Godly Station Apartments in Pooler, Georgia, he was shot and he fell down face first. But after he was shot, the people who had shot him were saying that it was two individuals flipped him over and ran through his pockets and then took off in a Toyota. So they still don't know the suspects at this time or even the motive about the situation. But I can only make a strong educated guess was that maybe it was a robbery, because for one, nobody really kills another person in Savannah and then runs through the other person's pockets. So that kind of makes me feel like it's a robbery attempt gone bad. But ultimately, Mr. Reynolds, he got violated the most extreme way, you know, beyond even getting shot and killed. I mean, somebody to go through your pockets while you're dying. I mean, it's such a terrible act. I can only compare that to what a savage would do. But like I said, any other updates about this case, I'll let y'all know as well. I think they already buried him, if I'm not mistaken. But any other updates about this? And it is crazy because nobody would expect for something like that to happen in Pooler, even though I covered a shooting that happened, I believe, earlier this year, where the shooting happened in Walmart parking lot in Pooler. But, you know, that altercation stemmed from something that happened in another county. So, you know, not too much homicides really happen out there like that. Unless if you're talking about, you know, white on white violence, which, you know, of course, which is a rarity. But at the same time, you know, when this white on white crime is usually a domestic situation. But, you know, like I said, man, any other updates about this, I'll let y'all know as well, though. Now, getting on to the mass shootings. Well, I've been thinking, and not only have I just been thinking, but a lot of people have been saying, you know, that the things that's been going on in the United States are just terrible as far as the gun culture and the mass shootings that always happen. And one thing that I can say about mass shootings, it's definitely something that it's hard to stop. You know, you can't really read anybody else's minds. You can't figure out what this person is going to do at this time, at this location, at this place. You know, it's really unfortunate that this stuff like this happens, but to go inside of a mindset of a person that's willing to commit such of a horrendous act, such a horrendous massacre of multiple people, you know, and I have to compare this United States to other countries where, you know, other countries like Afghanistan, Iraq, hell, even the United Kingdom, Paris, you know, France, Germany, you know, Africa, people out there in those countries are dying over religion. You know, they're dying over religion for the most part, you know, what they believe in. But, you know, over here in the United States, it's different. You know, everybody is killing each other over really trivial things. But more so, I see the attacks coming from like nationalists, you know, white nationalists. And if you don't know what a nationalist is, I mean, just go look it up and read it for yourselves, because I don't got time to explain it. But most of the ideas or mindsets of the mass murders come from people that have this type of mindset where they think, well, we're too different to be understood, so I must take you out of this world. I gotta take you out. I gotta exterminate you. And for somebody to walk up in a school, a church, a mall, a Walmart, or wherever you might be and shoot it up, I mean, that's more than a mental problem. It's a hate problem. And I know what you're thinking, well, what about Savannah? What's the chances of Savannah being struck by a domestic terrorist or any type of terrorist? Well, the chances are pretty low. However, I shall say this. If there was any type of terroristic attack, and I'm just saying this for my YouTube channel. I'm not trying to invoke or start any type of drama. But one of the most cities in the United States that is prone to be attacked in the near future, I would say, is Atlanta. Atlanta is a hotbed for everybody. Everybody is flocking to Atlanta. Everybody moving to Atlanta. Atlanta has a lot of traffic, has a lot of people. I mean, even Atlanta has the busiest airport of the entire world until China takes over their next airport in the next year, I believe. But Atlanta is a hotbed for everybody. Everybody's up there. So that being said, going downtown in Atlanta, man, you'll pass by 2,000 people easily within 30 minutes. But going to Savannah, going downtown, and I'm just saying this: if a domestic terrorist threat happened in Savannah and it had to happen anywhere, I would say that person would have the best opportunity to strike victims in the downtown area, because there's a lot of people in the downtown area. I mean, you can walk on River Street and you might come across 100 people within 10 minutes, and that's just on a light, easy day. So, but don't get any ideas, because police are everywhere. They're everywhere. They're at the malls. They're at the theaters. I mean, they're outside of Walmart. I mean, police just be outside chilling. Police be everywhere. And that's the thing. In the state of Georgia, or even just in the South, there is no lack of police force or police bodies. Now, when you're going out west, like in California, it'd be like a big shortage of police officers. Even in Illinois, the state of Illinois, they have like a big police outage, especially in Chicago. It's like nobody want to be a police officer because all the shootings that happen over there. So if something like this did happen in Savannah, I expect the police to react to it pretty swiftly and quickly. And it's just a sad situation that so many people can die behind the hand of one person, and because of his idea, his belief, because that we're too different, that we can't live in the same United States, that we can't live in the same state, that we can't live in the same city. So I gotta execute you. And that's a mindset that's really poisonous amongst the culture of the United States. But America has always been a gun culture ever since the founding days of America being founded. So I mean, it's kind of hard to take back the effects of the gun culture when America was established on this. So I don't see this stuff ending no time soon, man. I mean, we had one in Virginia Beach maybe a month and a half ago, and I hate to say it, but I give it to about November until another mass shooting happens. And mass shootings, I believe, are qualified as more than 5 people getting shot. It's either 3 or 5 people. I had to do my research about that one. I'll type the answer in the comment section whenever I get done doing this video. But I mean, that's it for right now, man. I just gotta go on a long spiel because a lot of the stuff that's been going on in the United States is just, it's disgusting, flat out disgusting. And we need a cultural change, but how things is going, I don't see that happening no time soon. And if something like that does happen, like a cultural change, that's not something that happens overnight. That's not something that happens in 2 weeks, 2 years, 4 years. That takes some time. That takes a generation to fix, even more. So that's all for right now, man. Any other updates about any news topic that I covered in this story, I'll let y'all know as well. But that's it. Stay blessed.